Tarynn Hatton-Jones came to Hong Kong as an investment banker, but she dreamt of creating the best kind of rest with sustainability in mind. Her company, Burnt Orange, became the first of a kind, receiving the Green Seal from the International Institute of Green Businesses. So how to combine sustainability with a successful business? And Tarynn joins us. Burnt Orange is the name of your company. It's an interesting name.
The name Burnt Orange came from the African sunset. I'm from Africa, and moving to Asia, it is, the African sunset is a part that I really do miss. So, the colour of the African sunset is literally burnt orange. So it was just the name Burnt Orange stands for calm, peaceful, going to sleep. The sun is going to sleep. So the name just seemed really apt for the company. How I started Burnt Orange, I'm a previous investment banker, and decided that it was time to do something different. I had and I've always had a passion for textile, and I wanted to create something that was unique, that was not out there, something that was good for person and good for planet, as well as healthy at the same time.
Tarynn, received wisdom for an investment banker would probably be the hard end of the business. So you would have to combine a whole lot of different elements that you might not otherwise have done.
What I experienced as a banker before is, when you're dealing with big corporate companies, you have a lot of resources. You have obviously the resources, you have the cash behind you to make whatever moves you want to. And in the banking industry, it is supply and demand. Whereas on a smaller business, you're not so concentrated on the demand side. When you're bringing out a new product, you're bringing out a new product. The demand is not there, you're creating the demand. With something like Burnt Orange and clean, decent, beautiful bed linens, the demand will come. But it wasn't there initially.
So in practice, how did that structure really come together?
A lot of research. Initially, when I thought about opening up the company, obviously there was a massive amount of research that went into it. I had 3 criteria which I was desperate to obviously meet before even opening up the company. So once, on the doorstep of China, you have all the resources right there at your fingertips, particularly in the textile side. So the manufacturing side is very heavily in China. So did a lot of research and realized that it is not going to be that much more expensive to actually launch a brand new product. And from there, the business plan started building.
It would seem to me you've got an integration problem, because you've got the products you're trying to sell, you've also got the manufacturing process and the fibers as well. Was that a real problem?
Not at all, not at all. I think with what we do, being a sustainable company, I knew from the onset that whatever we do, it has to be 100% transparent. If somebody walks in and says, I want to know exactly where this came from, I need to be able to show them, and I need to be able to trust that that is exactly where the product came from and that it is 100% sustainable. So when you're looking at the textile industry, you can monitor the track record of it and take it back to its origins. The process is not that much more intense at all. It makes a lot more sense to do it that way.
So how would you know that actually the fibers that you were producing were, for example, pure cotton? Is that a real problem of staffing, for example?
Agreed. You do definitely need the manpower behind you. I think you do need the smarts too. And this is a business where you have to get your hands dirty. You have to go there. You have to see the production side. You have to sit in front of people. See their certifications. Look at the batches. Go to the mills. It's a very hands-on process. And I think the more involved I got in that process, the more I loved the process and just wanted to make it bigger and better every single time.
And very much a baptism of fire must be dealing with a Chinese factory to begin with.
It felt initially, like the rest of the world, I was a little bit nervous. I think most of the world believes that when you're dealing with China, you're dealing with a whole different market. There are some processes that are a little bit more difficult. You have a language barrier, etc., etc. So I did have the nerves initially. When you go and you're dealing with factories, they are clean factories. At least ours are. They're clean factories. They're good business people. They're there to earn an honest living. So you build relationships with them, and they have a need to learn. They want to learn. They want to improve their own products, and it's not everything on mass market. So I really enjoyed the process, and I'm happy that there is definitely that Chinese element. The same side, China is growing on a day-to-day basis. What was once an export market, they are now starting to concentrate on their own market. So in terms of building our own business, the China hand is very important. we do employ companies that do our sourcing for us. They are China-based, and we do source globally, not just within China when we have a product in production or an order that we are going to fulfill. We will search globally for the best possible product, not necessarily just the best product in China.
And then there were other products like bamboo and hemp, for example, all rather difficult to find.
They're compared to cotton, absolutely. There are a handful of clients or factories that you can go to where they have the genuine product, where it is, and we don't want any chemical enhancement in it. We do not want any blends, so we don't want potentially a hemp cotton blend. We want 100% hemp so that we can work with that product from a raw basis. There are a handful of really great companies, not just in China, obviously globally, where we can form an alliance with and get that material.
So Tarynn, looking back, what were the steps that drew you to creating a brand?
Concentrate on it every day. I think particularly in our business, we are in the people business. We have a product that is brand new, we do a massive amount of education, and building the brand is, we are the brand, the product is the brand. And consistently, if you have great products and you stick to what your niche is, and with us, our niche is luxury does not cost the earth. It is as raw as the materials can possibly get without any bad additives in it. You stick to that niche and people eventually do start understanding that, and they do follow you.
Your company is in Hong Kong, so how did Hong Kong really facilitate the process of creating those brands?
Hong Kong, in two ways actually. From Hong Kong governmental side, Hong Kong government really does support SMEs. There's a lot that they do. There's a lot of educational work that they do for SMEs, and they do cut us a lot of slack. Also, obviously, on the tax side, it makes total sense to be in Hong Kong. On the personal, more public side of Hong Kong, in our business, we're in the people business, so our products can only grow if people are telling us what they want and people are giving us what their needs are then and there. So Hong Kong people are fantastic in the sense that they have no compunction about telling you exactly what they want.